All right. Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Trading Bitcoin. I'm going to change that to Trading the
All
Markets
right.
early
Hello
next
and
year.
welcome
I am
everyone
joined
to
by
another
Bitcoin
episode
Mechanic, who hasn't been on the
of
show in a while because we
Trading.
haven't done any news shows in a while. We were thinking about doing a news show, but we couldn't get the gang together. So Mechanic just joined. We're going to just talk about markets, talk about, the Bitcoin space, maybe talk about, the general environment. Him and I usually do nothing but talk about politics and where we should be living. It's what we were doing the 10 minutes before this show. But I'll digress from that a bit. So, Mechanic, how you been, man? How's life been treating you?
Yeah, it's been good. It was a really nice Christmas with my family. I don't know if you ever spent Christmas with a 3-year-old, but it's magic. It's really nice, man. And Canada settled down. It's become more livable. It's not as bad as it was. We were just talking about it before you went live. There's no restrictions. I can do what I need to do whilst being on the back burner, very aware of how politically disgraceful it is and how socialist it's become. So I finally figured out some answers to these questions I've been bugging everyone about. Where do you live? What do you do? What citizenship? And I'm starting to come up with some practical things that don't feel nuclear, like moving to the middle of the desert with nothing else. Like finally just having some real solutions where I'm like, I can go there if I need, I can go there if I need, and nothing's burning too much of a hole in my pocket. And for now, that makes Canada something I can tolerate on a temporary level. And I'm just hoping, Bitcoin wise, that this miserable bear market ends at the end of this. I'm hoping the 4-year cycle is a real thing now, and that the money starts to return over the next couple of years, because it would make my life a lot easier if Bitcoin was worth 500 grand each rather than, what is it, 16,500 at the moment. It would make my life a
Yeah.
lot easier if Bitcoin was worth a lot of money.
Yep, no, it will make a lot of people's lives a lot easier, and also our businesses a lot easier. Like I'm sure you're still with Star Nine,
Yeah.
and I'm sure the nodes would be going, sales on the Start Nine embassies or the new one that you guys have out, will be going through the roof when people are wealthier, when you are, when the audience you are selling to is wealthier. This has been my problem with the financial summits in 2022, where people just, they're hodling. They don't want to spend the Bitcoin. It's really, it's an interesting thing, right? Like it's like, it's kind of weird, right? So, say, for example, a person had a bunch of Bitcoins, right? Let's just say even they have like 10 Bitcoin. They will not give one away when Bitcoin is low. Let's say Bitcoin is at 10 grand each, right? A person has 10 Bitcoin. I'm just using round numbers. Person has 10 Bitcoin. They're $10,000 each. That's 100 grand. They're not gonna give away one of those Bitcoins, to like a family member to make their life better. But if the price of Bitcoin goes up to 100,000 and that person is now a millionaire, they'll actually be more willing to give away 100,000 at that point than 10,000, because they still have $900,000 left. So it's one of these things where people are just don't want to spend when the price of Bitcoin is so low. They're waiting for it to just get higher, and then they're gonna feel better by spending Bitcoin because they know they still have a bunch of fiat purchasing power of what they have left. I mean, do you see the world the same way?
I don't know. I think that's a psychological phenomenon I'd need to confirm. If you have $1 million, is it easier to give away 100 grand than it is if you have 10 million bucks and you want to give away 1 million? Like, are you keeping the percentage the same? I forget what the maths was
Yeah,
there.
you're keeping the percentage the same, but the remainder that you have left in fiat is just significantly higher than it makes you more comfortable.
Yeah, I got you. I don't know. I don't know what when to me, when the price of Bitcoin goes up, I start wanting more of it, more and more and more, which is the stupider,
I
right?
don't know why. There's hold on. I can't seem to turn this off.
Actually, yeah, I gotta take a call. Do you want to do some price analysis while I do that?
so I can't seem to stop this. It's a call coming in on.
Hello?
Okay, got it. I have too many phones. Sorry about that. Okay. So I have one contact. I have like one contact as a family member, and somehow that contact was listed as I can't like that contact gets through. Like my phone is set to perpetual silence. Like it never rings, it never vibrates, so that I never get something like this. But there's one contact, one family member that somehow has been labeled the do not disturb does not apply to only this one contact. And I don't know how to like undo that. Like I don't even know how I did that, and I have no idea how to undo that. So that it really sucks.
Yeah, but perhaps you should have answered it, no?
All right, still with me, mechanic, because I don't hear you now. And
You
that's
don't
another problem that I have when audio comes in from another source, it interferes with my stream.
Yeah, I don't think you can hear me.
So now I gotta somehow switch audios. Okay, I hear you again.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it's super annoying. But yeah, guys, if my phone wasn't on perpetual silence, it would be like unlivable. Like it would ring and vibrate like every 40 seconds. I don't know how people do it that have 1 million followers. I have no idea. I just don't know.
I've seen people post screen recordings of what Twitter's like if you have, 5 million followers, and they show the notification screen, and I don't know why that even exists for them. It's just flying past so fast that you can't miss anything.
Okay.
We should talk about Twitter a little bit. I'm a big hater of Elon Musk, and I'm a bit disappointed in how fickle I perceive everyone to be, because he was the worst guy in the world when he was attacking Bitcoin over energy consumption and saying the lightning nodes needed to be regulated money transmitters and all this stuff. Everyone hated him, and now everyone loves him again. I don't get it. Like, did we fix all that?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because like we talked about this on the channel. I disagreed with mostly Jimmy Song or you or both of you, where I was continuously critical of Jack Dorsey. And you guys were fans of Jack Dorsey. And I argued that I don't give a shit what Jack Dorsey does for Bitcoin. Jack Dorsey has a way more important job. That job is to run Twitter. And what Jack Dorsey does in Bitcoin is generally irrelevant because he can do something way more important. And not that Twitter is more important than Bitcoin, but there's 1,000 people in Bitcoin that can do what Jack Dorsey does. But there is no one in Bitcoin. There's 1,000 people in Bitcoin that are doing what Jack Dorsey is about to do. But there is no one in Bitcoin that can do what Jack Dorsey should have done. And Elon Musk came in and he did what Jack Dorsey should have done. So I will be one of those people that I don't really care what Elon Musk says about Bitcoin, or if he's going to put Doge on Twitter. It doesn't matter. He turned Twitter into a free speech platform-ish, a lot better. It's not great, but it's significantly better. He's also wreaking havoc with those files that he's dropping, showing the tech collusion, and he's putting companies like Facebook and Google and YouTube on complete notice. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk. I don't like the fact that he, lets Twitter decide whether he should or shouldn't be CEO. That's just stupid. But in general, yeah, he gets a pass from me on that because he's doing what Jack Dorsey should have done. And this is why I was always critical of Dorsey. I was right on that.
Don't take me wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll take the wins where I can get them. And Elon Musk owning Twitter is better than it was before. But I think that's a short-term thing. I think long-term, I don't think the platform's going to do very well now. But well, that's kind of an intuitive hunch that I can't really explain all that well. So we'll see what happens there. And it's not just my own personal bias because of his bullshit Dogecoining and stuff like that. I genuinely think he makes silly decisions, and he just has kind of a bad track record, right? Like he's supposed to have been a master businessman in all these industries he got involved in. And when you do any digging, it always Whitney Webb did a bunch of really good digging there, and it always just looks like he gets involved in companies like PayPal that do well, but basically in spite of his presence rather than because of it. Like he gets in after they start, he leaves, and then they do really well after he leaves. So all this kind of got exposed. I mean, Jack Mallers did a good tweet thread on that. Tesla does well, of course, but Tesla's the most fiat thing ever. And I know how you feel about climate change, Tone. So
Yeah.
you're going to take the biggest, most the guy standing on top of the climate scam pyramid is literally Elon Musk. So it's hard. Like you're 1 foot away from Klaus Schwab at that point. And
I don't know if I think that's debatable.
it is debatable, but it's not wrong either. It's debatable, but it's not wrong.
All right, let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. Like the price of Bitcoin is just so boring. We rallied a little bit. This was after the whole FTX debacle. We rallied a bit with the stock market. I was seeing it. I was very cautious. I was looking at it as a dead cat bounce back to the area of the breakdown. We are now back hovering, just below 17K. I don't like this consolidation, but on a daily chart, in a couple of days, we're going to completely level off the 50-period moving average. And I think we got a shot of going above it, and we'll see what happens there. So I don't know if you have any questions on the price. A lot of people are hitting me up for like end-of-year predictions and stuff. Look, I don't really know. It's all been the same. It's the same statement I've had for months and months now. We consolidated. We crashed down. Now we're consolidating again. The higher probability play is one more crash down because we can't seem to get back above a prior swing high.
Well, my comment on it is I got out of all my leveraged positions. So the price can crash as low as it wants right now. I don't really care. I'm crying because I don't have enough to stack any serious amounts at these levels, unfortunately. But the price dropping doesn't really do anything. It gets rid of all the people that shouldn't be here. I mean, have you looked at the shitcoin charts lately? Have you? I don't mean the Bitcoin dominance index, but I mean, shitcoins like Bcash and BSV and Litecoin. They should all presumably have got absolutely trashed, right? Like this is the whole point. This is the whole silver lining to Bitcoin's horrendous bear market.
Are they like pumping a bit or something?
What's that?
Are they pumping or something? Today's a holiday, so the stocks aren't trading.
I mean, over the last year, usually when Bitcoin goes down, shitcoin goes down harder, right?
No, but they did. They did pretty much go down.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the case. So that's usually my source of amusement in the bear markets. It's usually a lot of fun, but Ethereum hasn't gone down anything like as bad as it should.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just stopped caring, especially about Ethereum.
Is that FBTC? Yeah, it's.
I mean, it will eventually. I mean, this is another thing. This is another reason why there's potentially likely to be one more leg down. I mean, the shitcoins are just not dying.
I mean, I don't know. It kind of depends on your perspective, right? But generally, that looks the same way BTC looks versus the US dollar, which means if you're in Ethereum instead of Bitcoin, unless you got in at the 3 previous prior highs, you're basically doing all right. ETH actually looks good against Bitcoin, which just tells me the market is just so just crap.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There are no coins that make a new all-time high against Bitcoin. Like once a coin hits an all-time high against Bitcoin and crashes, it never goes back. Binance hasn't had that happen yet. But let's see if Binance is completely done on a monthly scale. I mean, this was a critical top. We'll see. The whole FTX thing was just insane. And let's see if Binance is next.
I don't think Binance is next. I think there are three massive demons we got to slay. It's Binance, it's Coinbase, and it's Ethereum. And unfortunately, I don't see them getting killed this cycle. I can't hope for it because I don't think.
Well, Ethereum and Binance will probably, like, if Ethereum dies, it probably potentially will take Coinbase down with it. Because if Ethereum dies, most shitcoins die, and then Coinbase is basically the real shitcoin casino. They're done. Binance probably go down with it. I mean, yeah, I agree. Well, at least FTX is gone. That FTX was bad news.
That was insane. Like, I never went near it. I don't know anyone.
Oh, neither did I.
Like, what the hell was people thinking? How could anyone have? I know, but you hear millions of stories about people that had money on there. People that you never even had a conversation about Bitcoin with, like, you know, the decorator that, you know, painted your bedroom 3 years ago. Like, how does this guy? Why is he into FTX? How did he even hear about it?
Right.
Like, he never even knew about Bitcoin. Why has he got money?
Tom Brady was promoting it. They had a Super Bowl commercial. It's why those guys are getting sued now.
Yeah, well, fuck them. They come here with laser eyes, and then they start promoting shitcoins, and then people lose their life savings. And I don't have the ideology that says it's all fair game. I don't think it is. I think if you push scams, you're a terrible person, and people will listen to you, and they will lose their life savings. And I had this debate before with like hardcore ideologues, libertarian ideologues, about, you know, if you leave a manhole cover off in the middle of a street and someone's looking at their smartphone, they're walking down the street and they fall down it and break their leg or die or something, you can't just be like, oh, it wasn't my fault, they should have looked where they're going. It's true they should have looked where they're going, but you still don't leave dangerous stuff lying around for people to hurt themselves, right? Like, and you're going to feel partly responsible if someone hurts themselves because of something you did. You can't just say, yeah, well, you chose to invest. I said not investment advice after giving people pages of propaganda and bullshit about how, you know what I mean?
Right. No, I kind of say the same thing, right? Like, there's these Twitter accounts, right? So many people like put in their Twitter description, like, likes and retweets are not endorsements. Yeah. And I always want to reply to them, yes, they are. Like, I don't care if you believe that your retweet is not an endorsement. To me, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was someone even said that it doesn't hold weight. If you've said this is not investment advice, you can still get in just as much trouble as if you didn't say that. It's not
right.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, like a lot of these
for good reason. I'm saying it's for good reason. I'm not saying it's that the law is perfect or anything like that. Sometimes the law is reflective of genuine morality.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I don't do any of these silly disclaimers, because they don't protect anybody. Like, this is why I go out of my way not to try to provide any investment advice. But I also don't put a disclaimer. This is not investment advice. Like, it should be pretty obvious based on what this channel does.
Yeah.
Hey, Bitcoin Shooter, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for the super chat.
So tell me about the next Unconfiscatable.
That's right. You've been to them before. And awesome event. Right?
No, I've been to Understanding Bitcoin. I don't think I've been to an Unconfiscatable.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. The last one was in Las Vegas, right?
It's always in Las Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to Las Vegas in my life, so that answers that question.
Oh, man. All right. So we got to get you over there then.
Yeah, I'm going to be there this time.
It'll be on the 7th and 8th of December. I have to clear cache or restart my computer, and then the proper date will show up. It's just displaying a picture that we updated a couple of days ago.
Just hit a hard refresh, man. You don't know how to hard refresh?
Is there like a button? Simple button?
No,
you have to go and clear cache.
Refresh. What browser is that? Firefox?
No, Chrome.
Well, just hit Control-Shift-R on the tab, and it will hard refresh.
Oh. That didn't do anything. Oh.
Someone watching right now knows.
There we go.
Caching is always what fucks everything up.
That still didn't do it. Okay. Anyway, so I reached out to a couple of speakers, but I'm gonna be on a mission because we do have a limited number of speakers. It's a small event. Only 400 people will be able to attend this event. We are going to sell out super early, and then I'm going to focus on structuring the event and not trying to sell tickets in the final week. So you really want to get your tickets early, guys. They will go up in price. There's actually less tickets available as well. If I open this like an incognito mode, you'll see that over 10 tickets have already been purchased in the first day. And we raise prices as these tickets run out. But this time, we're also going to raise prices on December 31st. So there's only like less than a week left. January 1st, prices will rise, and then they'll stay that way until we sell like 100 tickets. So let's see how many we can sell in the first week, and the event will sell out at 400 tickets. It's really fun, especially the scammies, and there's a carnivory dinner.
Again?
Yep, 100%. Oh, God, of course we're doing scammy awards. We've seen Celsius and FTX, and man, there's been so much.
It's going to be the best.
And there's going to be a 2-year window, too. What's up?
I can't wait to see the Scammy Awards this year. You've got Mashinsky, Sam Bankman. You've got who's the other guy? Do Kwon.
Oh, Do Kwon, right? Oh my God,
dude! I don't even know how you could put like each one did seem more dramatic than the last, but the smoke hasn't cleared yet.
The Scammer of the Year category is going to be awesome. Scammer of the Year and Scam of the Year. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Well, we had Terra Luna at the last Scammy Awards. By the way, guys, if you want to watch like the last Scammy Awards, you can click right there.
Has Terra Luna collapsed yet?
I think so, yeah. I'm trying to see which category we had for
9 months ago. I don't know if they collapsed yet.
Oh, no. They hadn't collapsed yet. It was, I think it was nominated for like Scam of the Year or something.
I can't deal with it, man. We're just sitting there telling people this is a scam, and then it completely collapses, and we're like, we've literally been saying this black and white for years.
Right.
This is a scam, and everyone gets caught with their pants down.
Right.
Why the fuck isn't anyone listening?
Yeah, that's OpenSea. This was the Scam Incubator of the Year, which is a platform that creates the most scams. So it was between Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, OpenSea, and one more. What's the one with OpenSea is NFTs, or OpenSea is the DAOs?
I don't know. Well, no, NFTs. OpenSea is NFTs.
OpenSea is NFTs. So what's another one?
Like another platform for scams?
Yeah. Cardano's too small.
I mean, Binance token, right? Binance chain, like that's.
Oh, Uniswap. That was the fourth one.
What about all those food ones? Or am I getting confused with the years? Like Sushi Swap and all this shit. What was all that stuff?
Right. So Sushi Swap was a copy of Uniswap, and then Pancake Swap was a copy of Sushi Swap. I think.
I can't believe anyone falls for this stuff. It's like it's the stupider you make it, the more likely you are to make money, right?
Yeah, and then this is
an article, right? Postmodern investing, like it is. If it's a meme, it's money. That's it. It doesn't need to be anything else. There doesn't need to be any real value or any innovation or anything like that. Just if it's a meme that will explode, go for it.
So
$100
So there was this awesome video. It's probably in my private collection. Hold on, because I used to just send it out to people, but then the YouTube channel, they deleted it. But thank God I had it. That video was so good, and it was going to be so historic that. But wait a minute, I don't want to dox anything here. So hold on, I need to do it somewhere else. Because it's in my private set of videos. Let me try to find it real quick. Hey guys, we're just hanging out with you. So check out the live chat mechanic if you have it in front of you. Winston, thank you so much for your generous super chat. Will Unconfiscatable have something like Pro Pass, like BitBlock Boom does? I'm not sure what a Pro Pass is. Covering admission, carnivory, and poker tournament, etc. No. Not really. You have to buy them separately because for starters, you can't pay with a credit card for poker. Poker is Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out. So you have to do it all in Bitcoin. For the other ones, you can pay in Bitcoin or dollars. Most people are paying in dollars because everyone's holding on to their Bitcoin. No, so you have to sign up. You can sign up for the dinner and the conference together. There isn't really a discount for that, but it makes your life easier on the registration form. All right, hold on. Where's my... These are all my playlists. Backup events. Got it. It's probably in there. Probably in my backups. If I uploaded it. Which I might not have. Man, it was this crazy Dogecoin party video. Someone downloaded it. I might have downloaded it, but I never... Let me stop screen share and then I'll try to find it. Man, so what else is up?
Well, I don't know. A lot of stuff, really. Too much to really talk about. I keep trying to make a video to put my thoughts together, but there's just too disparate stuff going on in my head.
Well, I'm taking like a little bit of a break. I'm gonna take a break next year. Though now I'm like working on Unconfiscatable, and then I'm gonna have to start working on a financial summit again. But I really want to take a break. I want to learn Spanish. I need to start working out again. I want to get in shape. And I started making things like a tequila guide because everyone keeps asking me about tequila. So I started like making a tequila guide. It's going to be super useful to people that want to buy tequila.
I've been working out a lot too, a hell of a lot.
I haven't worked out in years since like pandemic, since the lockdown started. I haven't worked out.
Just got to do it. It's got to be done. I regret every day I didn't do it because I'd be further ahead if I'd done it.
I was in amazing shape in 2019. It just all fell apart.
Yeah, you got to keep it going, man. Like, there's that. Started enjoying cigars a lot more. Realized that.
Oh, really?
Cigarettes were the psyop all along. Cigars are fine. I'm absolutely fine smoking cigars. Looking up Joe Saz. Gonna have a smoke with him at some point this year. Other than that, Start9, yeah, Start9's where it's at. We launched our new product. You were mentioning this earlier, and
let me go to your website.
Yeah,
I found the video, by the way. I had it locally downloaded because I knew it was gonna eventually leave YouTube. It's a classic.
Dogecoin video, Dogecoin meetup,
the Dogecoin party. Yeah.
What fresh hell is this? Let's take a look.
Let's do the Start9 first, real quick.
All right. So
tell us about it. But guys, afterwards, this is incredible. The Doge Party, New York City 2014. I was there. I saw this live. This was not staged. All
right. Well, so we had a long year. We were bringing out our new product, the Embassy Pro. You can click on Start9 and it will show you it, I think, if you click on the website. This was, we finally met a deadline, which I'm really happy about. I was really scared we were going to be late launching this thing. If you just scroll down a bit, you'll see we revamped the whole website. The whole thing just took on a brand new look. And
wow, look at that.
Yeah, this is the Embassy Pro. That's the Embassy Pro. It's a super powerful machine. It's a real self-sovereignty, real hosting at home. And support has been crazy. So main thing I do at Start9 is support, right? And we just have basically all day, every day, I just have people in my DMs in Telegram asking me this, that, and the other. And it's not so much about how to use the product. It's just more general Bitcoin education. How do I do this in Lightning? What happens? What's a submarine swap? All this stuff. We're basically the unofficial teachers of Bitcoin.
What is a submarine swap?
What is a submarine swap? I shouldn't have said that because it's not something I explain particularly well.
Okay, got it.
No, it's a mechanism whereby I can't even remember, but you can do an on-chain. No, I know what it is, but it escapes my head today. but it's one of the mechanisms that used to be used by Moon, as far as I know, in order for you to be simultaneously on chain and in a Lightning channel at the same time. Every
Ah,
transaction would be a submarine swap.
that's
Uh,
pretty
I might have,
cool.
I might have gotten that not quite
Yeah,
accurate.
I remember discussing that on a news show like a year or two ago when it was still a theory.
Yeah, I remember. Like, so I just did, I'll finish up what I'm talking about with Start Nine, and then I'll talk about some other things because I recently went to a conference in Mexico City, which was amazing, actually. But yeah, so we launched our product. It's been really successful. 2023 is a make or break year for us because we're going to go mainstream, or we're not going to. We're, we've got a fork in the road. And the main reason I say that is because everything up until now with Embassy and all the other servers in the space, like Raspberry Blitz and all that stuff, and the well-known Umbrella, everything is just Tor and .locals, meaning, on your local area network, you can use it. Or if you're away, you can use Tor. And everyone knows Tor is getting less and less and less usable. And it's just under constant attack. And even if it's not under attack, it's slow and clunky, and you're not going to upload a 2 GB file over Tor to your home network or stream a movie from your home server in a hotel somewhere over the Tor network because it's just going to take you 15 hours to do it. It's not
Right.
realistic. So ClearNet is what we're calling it. That's a vague term. It doesn't really have a strict definition as far as I know, but it means accessing your embassy over a domain that's a .com address where you finally have something that looks like a normal server that you can access remotely with speed and what you're used to from normal websites. Once we make that work in a way where we're calculating every single trade-off, because the trouble with registering domain names and things like that is it's basically impossible not to dox yourself in one way or another. And it's important not to do that when you're dealing with Bitcoin and the security critical computing. So we've got a lot of work to do, but this is the story of the year. This is when everything suddenly blows up and we go, that's it. We now have a shelf top computer, which is a term we're coining. It's not a laptop, it's not a desktop, it's a shelf top. You stick this thing in a cupboard with your router. One day your embassy might actually be itself a router as well, which will make it, even more wife friendly because you've got less wires and less electrics in the house. But that device is going to sit there. You're not going to touch it. You're always going to be using client devices that are accessing it remotely. And once they can do that over the regular internet, not Tor, not over .locals, and not having to tunnel into your own home network through some sort of halfway solution like Tailscale or something like that, where you're kind of having to make compromises. We think we can do better than that with the trade-offs. But regardless, I don't know what the time frame is on this. But once we have it out, this thing becomes something that can get mainstream adoption, and that will take us into just a new level. And I'm really excited about doing it. But everyone that's been with us up until this point, everyone that's using the product has been using it as an enthusiast, someone that's willing to put in a little bit of work to understand how to access .locals, how to set up root certificates, how to use Tor. All of these things are beyond 99% of people. So and also just trying to run things like messaging apps and cloud storage that you can use for your family and other people. Oh, yeah, thanks. So, trying to set up these things that can be used by everyone in a way that they're used to and familiar is a challenge, but it's necessary because no one is going to learn how to use Tor and figure out how to do everything over .local. And so that's it. That's the path for us this year. Either we make it or break it, but it's crunch time, baby. And I'm really excited to be a part of it. It's a really fun project and it's growing a lot. And I will say we got a lot of recognition as well. We were invisible because just everyone else just had so much more recognition than us in the same space while being nowhere near as good. And suddenly we blew up about a month or two ago.
Oh, that's
BTC
awesome.
Sessions made a video on how to use it, and that got so much traffic our way.
Sessions did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that channel. It's one of my favorite people in the space. I gotta get him to speak at Unconfiscatable because you met him in at Understanding Bitcoin, which is a great event. Maybe I'll bring it back in 2024. Maybe it'll be once in a 4-year event, like on the years of the halving or something. I don't know. It's just too many events to organize. It's really hard.
Yeah, I think if you do it in a year where there isn't a hype cycle, because we were overshadowed in that same hotel, right? With NFT.
Oh, yeah.
It was an NFT conference, and we had a little room in the back with 40 people or something. Like, yeah, I think do it on a non-hypey year, and then you might get some. That was a great conference, by the way. It was good, very good choice bringing BTC Sessions there. That was the second time I met him. I met him in Miami previous to that. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but Miami is hard. There's so many people; it's impossible to like spend time
yeah,
talking to them.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, and also there's even the satellite events. There'll be like 5 really good ones that you
Right.
want to go to. So yeah, I mean, it's going super well. The product is selling itself. We're gonna transition from being a startup into a company that sells a well-established product with a market that it genuinely has been established as well, with a consistent user base, and then we can drop the stigma of being a startup because we won't be anymore. Though I think it's going to linger a bit longer because start is literally in our name, which is going to make people perceive us as a startup for a bit longer. But yeah, I think it's we're all quietly confident that the thing is going to do great. Aside from that, there was something else I wanted to mention, but I can't remember. So you might just want to show that Dogecoin thing.
Yeah. So that's
Sorry, that was what I was going to say. Sorry. Sessions, BTC Sessions did a 2-hour dive into the embassy. That's what I was going to say. So he shows how to set it up, how to create backups, how to set up Lightning, how to set up something that sits on top of Lightning, like Ride the Lightning or Thunderhub, how to put money in it, how to open channels, how to connect an app to those channels so you've got Lightning when you're on the go, like everything you're likely to want to do. Vault Warden for pass management. If you're not, this is a funny thing to mention about it as well, because we're all Bitcoiners in the Start9 space. Like everyone there is basically a Bitcoiner. You do get occasionally people coming in and asking about running Ethereum nodes and stuff, and it's fun explaining to them why they can't and why there wouldn't be any point even if they could. But we have people. I always put out a poll saying, what's the most used service that what's the service you use more than anything else on the embassy? And everyone always says Vault Warden, which is not anything to do with Bitcoin. It's just basic password management. It works really well, and it works really well without ClearNet, which is why it's so reliable, because it caches everything. You don't actually need to be connected to it. You just need to connect to your embassy every now and again from your laptop or your cell phone, and then all of your passwords will be across all platforms, and you're hosting it yourself. And you need to be doing this, right? Because LastPass just got hacked again, right? So
wow, really?
Yeah, a few days ago there was another breach, and this, I think the hacker knows every website you have an account on in clear text. They have all of your password hashes. They have name and address of billing details. So anyone that pays for it with credit card has just been monumentally doxxed. I can't believe anyone is still using this company, and it's such a no-brainer. I think we even have an import feature for people using 1Password or LastPass, where you can just export all of your shit as a CSV and import it into your embassy, and then you're done. You're not going to get breached, or at least your security of your home server is something that you can take responsibility for, rather than just give it out to some company that is just going to keep failing at it. So yeah, password management is huge, man.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, guys, here's the video. Start9 Embassy. If it took me a whole 15 seconds to find it, you all should be able to do the same. So go over to BTC Sessions, click on some of his recent videos.
This is the way to do it, guys. This is the way to run a node that will actually work, because I'm so sick of this. Is what really killed me this year was Umbrel, and I'm going to publicly shit on them here because they are the shitcoin. They are the Ethereum to Start9's Bitcoin. They're well known. They've got a much better marketing department, and nothing works at all. So people finally get into the idea, I'm going to run a node. I'm going to run Lightning on top of it. Oh, none of it works. So I'm going to go into a Telegram group and say, hey, what's up with my Lightning channel? It's stuck or it disappeared or something. And that's it. It goes into a black hole and you never hear from anyone again. And we don't do this. So our shit works better in the first place. And second off, someone will give you proper support until we get your shit fixed. And we've done monumental things before. We had Keegan at one point create a custom version of LND to resurrect someone's channel and close it. And we've gone over the top trying to give people, make sure people's funds are safe. And And it just sucks because just like with shitcoins, right? If you hear about Bitcoin and crypto and then you invest in Dogecoin and that's your first investment and you get burnt, you walk away from the whole space and Bitcoin's done for you as well. You'll never come back to any of it.
Right.
And this is what happens with self-hosting. People go, I'm going to buy a Raspberry Pi, which is shit. I'm going to get this fancy Docker container, install it, install Bitcoin, install Lightning, put money on there, lose it all. No one helps me, and I'm done with self-hosting. I'm back to, leaving all my money on Coinbase or something like that. I was like, this is shitcoinery. Like, we want people to do this, but it's hard, and they're going to need support, and they're going to need reliable systems. So we started getting more toxic in how we started marketing ourselves and saying, guys, you can't use crappy.
This is why Start9 is potentially going to be a sponsor for the third year in a row of Unconfiscatable, and Umbrel have not been invited, right? So it's we've done a fairly decent job on that front. Our sponsors have usually been very, very good companies in the space. Okay, so on the lighter side this Christmas, I did find that silly video. You guys got to check this out. I need to go back to screen share. Yeah, guys, don't forget, Unconfiscatable is on sale. The event is 11 months away, but tickets will sell out quickly and prices will rise on January 1st. So this is the friend and family sale of Tone Vays. And after that, we're going to start advertising. We're going to start doing some promotions. But this is the cheapest the price will ever be. So this is your chance to buy the tickets literally this week. After that, this is going to $650 and Carnivory is going to $300. Okay. And VIP ticket is going to $2,500 at least, or $3K. We'll see. We'll see on Monday. Well, we'll see what happens by Monday or whatever the first is. I think it's Monday. Okay. So check this out. I saved this video because I knew it was going to get removed from YouTube. I know it's 10 minutes long. We're not going to watch all of it. But just the beginning is incredible. I hope the audio comes through. Let me know, mechanic, if the audio comes through.
I'll let you know. I don't even see it. I still see uncomfortable.
Oh, wait, my bad.
Right. Symbol of wealth. And
I got it. No, why would... Wait, you don't see... Oh, that's because I did... Okay. New plan.
I hear it, but yeah, the screen is wrong.
Yep. 1 second. Let me close something. Close window. Oh crap. If I ask me. So you see the window, right?
Nope.
What am I? Why am I having major issues today? Let me stop the screen share again. Oh, I see what happened here. Okay, cool. Got it. All right, problem solved. Screen share. Man, it's one of those lazy days. Okay, here it is. See it?
Yep. Doge Party NYC 2014.
prosperity for centuries. Home to Wall Street, where titans of commerce speculate in the economic fortunes of the world. Where tourists flock to visit the financial center of the US economy. Just 100 feet from the New York Stock Exchange, the Bitcoin Center has opened its doors. Inside, a new financial culture is emerging.
It was a lot worse than what you see in the video.
So the idea behind the Doge Party was it was basically a celebration of Doge, a celebration of Dogecoin, and really a celebration of the online community that sprung up around Dogecoin.
I don't even care if it works or not. I'm not that invested in it. But the concept behind it, like I'm at a party for a meme-based cryptocurrency.
So the Doge meme is basically a really cute picture of a Shiba Inu speaking in like childish joke tones. So I mean, it's a really popular meme. It was like I think it was originally most popularized in Gawker by a writer.
And we're going to fuel the trip with what? With generosity. And the gold. I just want to say I love it. I love Dogecoin so much. Dogecoin to the moon, and yep, I hope to see you all there.
Yeah, it was one incredible event.
You remember in Miami 2021 when someone jumped on the stage and ripped his shirt off saying Dogecoin to the moon? Do you remember that?
Actually, don't remember that. I didn't really listen to any presentations there. I was just like walking around and meeting people.
The artist from Philly had this idea to put a paper mache Doge head on the Wall Street Bull, and so just over the course of 2 days they just made it, and it was awesome.
Man,
Everybody know where the after party is.
I don't have a problem with Dogecoin when it's a joke, but people keep taking it seriously, and then you can't take it seriously. You got to treat it as a big problem because it is. I don't mind joke coins in principle, but idiots start to think they're serious.
Yeah, so that was so when your shitcoin reaches these levels, then we'll talk, because Dogecoin was pretty popular in 2014.
2014?
This is 2014, man.
Right. Yeah, that is when it came out, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. They launched in a bear market, so I don't know. The fact that they survived this long is it does speak to some sort of miracle occurrence. I get why Musk has some sort of romantic attachment to the thing. It's still just so stupid, though. I mean, you saw one of those NASA guys in that video saying what's behind it.
Yeah.
I would love him to have said what it is he thinks is behind Dogecoin, because there's nothing more than just primitive market psychology and memes, and which is not nothing, but it doesn't have, you don't have hundreds of billions of dollars worth of hardware keeping the network running. You don't have that in Doge. You just have jokes and an abandoned GitHub. Like it's fucking frightening that people wouldn't look at it the same, or at least make comparisons about the actual metrics that matter.
All right, man. It was good hanging out. Just want to do a quick stream. We glanced at the price. I'm going to talk about the markets probably later this week. I will be wrapping up my family trip in New York, and then I'll be off to Miami and Panama, where you will find me most of the time next year learning Spanish.
Nice. And yes, the fun times will come back. I must say, you've said it over and over again, this has been Bitcoin's most depressing bear market.
It has. It really has.
Been fucking miserable. I don't know how you've managed to find anything to talk about in your streams these last few months.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta start making those like thumbnails with like my mouth open to the air, I found the ultimate pattern for tomorrow. Like it's I'm hoping that the views will come back once the bull market comes back.
I think it will. And I don't have any questions about it, to be honest. Like, this is when people's confidence gets shaken in Bitcoin, and it's not because I've been through it before. Because I actually don't think. Maybe you can comment on this before we wrap up. Bitcoin has never been in this kind of environment before. We've never not had the money printer. We've never had Fed cranking rates. This is a new environment for Bitcoin to exist in, but I still just think it doesn't really matter. I still think Bitcoin will win, and it will just be a matter of time. I think in the next few years, we'll be back.
Yeah, from a technical analysis chart, it's never been in this shape either. Like it's but yeah, it'll get over it. It'll get out of it. It always does. Yep. Oh, card unpacking. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna open one more pack. That made me happy all day yesterday. I opened 2 more packs this morning. Do you know what I'm talking about, Mechanic?
No idea. What's this?
Oh, okay. You're in for a little bit of a treat. Hold on.
Okay.
So, where are they? So yesterday I opened my Christmas present.
Okay.
Were you at Pacific Bitcoin?
No.
Oh, you didn't go either?
No. Was it good?
I wasn't there.
All right.
I heard it was good.
Yeah. A lot of my friends.
Have you ever seen the Bitcoin trading cards?
Yeah, hold on. You did this on a stream like yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I was listening with one ear. Yeah, I guess a bit. You had a guy on, right? That was making them. Is that right?
Makes them, yeah. And so where are they? So basically, they're like basketball cards and baseball cards, but for Bitcoin. And I still have my whole stack of basketball cards. Hey guys, I might be doing like random streams next year because Bitcoin is boring. We're gonna do a whole stream on like basketball and basketball cards, and then I know we'll do like a stream about health. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that next year. So I opened it up this morning, and I pulled the World of Rusty card, but I thought it was one of 100, but it's actually one of 999. So it's not as scarce. But it's still a really good card. I did put it in the case. So some of these are pretty rare, and I'm one of the cards. Me, Max Kaiser, Adam Meister. I pulled Hal Finney yesterday. There's only 100 of these in the world, and I got one of them now. So that's cool. And I'll probably, and if Adam Meister pulls me, him and I will probably trade because I want one with me in it. So they're super cool, and they're educational, actually. Like most cards here are educational, with a few like rare cards of people, and then like the description of those people are in the back. So since Lex hasn't seen these before, I'm going to open one pack. And we go through some of the cards in this one pack. It's the only pack I'm going to open. I'm actually trying not to open too many. I want to save some unopened packs. All right, well, I didn't get any special cards. I just got a blue one in the back. But like, for example, the first card is the marshmallow experiment. And it like explains what that is on the back of the card. That's where you like kids would delay gratification, like delay for in order to get better, like basically what do you call it? Seyfuddin talked about it in his book as well. So it's research from the 1960s that studied children's ability to defer gratification, which is now considered an essential to success in health, work, and life. So it just describes what that process is.
Low time preference.
Yeah, pretty much. I got the Bitcoin Standard book. This is part of their education series. I need to, hold on, let me change lights here. Wait, because there's like too much glare. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. Yeah.
Sorry about my audio, guys. Maybe I got a bad mic cable or something. Let me know if it's gone.
All right, let me see if the light's better now. So this one here, that's the Bitcoin Standard, and it basically describes the book on the end. The Bitcoin Standard explores the history of money. So it talks about the book. That's part of their education series. This card is, it's a Bitcoin card, and it talks about the Bitcoin white paper. So again, this is geared kind of towards kids to kind of teach them about Bitcoin. In the influencer section, we have Hayek and Mises. I got both of them in this pack. So it talks about the two economists. We have an economic card titled Gold, and it basically explains what gold is. Total, it tells you the market cap, total supply. 90% of the world's gold supply has been mined. So it like explains what gold is. That was a cool card, and the art on this is really cool. This is a Bitcoin halving card that explains the Bitcoin halving. We have a FOMO card. Defines the word FOMO, also in the education section. And we have a suspend. No, this is the gold standard card with Richard Nixon suspending the gold standard. And then I got the Satoshi limited edition card. There's also 1,000 of these, but they're really cool. Like, and so each deck has like a specialty card. And this was the specialty card that I got. Now I gotta take out another rookie card and find it a case.
And so can you use these like regular playing cards, or are they strictly
No.
collectibles?
They're strictly either collectibles. Well, the rare ones are collectibles. So there's collectibles in between the education ones. So the education ones are really more for giving away to people, but it's also like fun. If you ever collected basketball and baseball cards, it's based on that principle.
Someone comments, can you tell it's a bear market? People are people are being shitty about it. But you know what? Look, I like them, but also, as we've said, we're openly saying there is not a lot going on to actually talk about at the moment. Like our message tone before this stream, I'm just looking to smoke a cigar and hang out. That's it. Like the problem is, like I wish I could live my life from Bitcoin conference to Bitcoin conference and only hanging out with other Bitcoiners. It's pretty expensive and it's not very realistic when you have kids. Like you do have to go home sometimes. That was one thing I wanted to mention though, which was the Mexico Bitcoin conference. Bitcoin conferences need to be in Mexico for a start. Until America says you don't need to be vaccinated to
That's true.
into this country, Bitcoiners need to seriously stop putting on conferences in America. But this conference in Mexico City was called BTC++, and it was actually really good. It was mainly focused on privacy techniques, one area in which Bitcoin is developing. I'll put it tactfully, because Bitcoin, we all know, is not great for privacy. So this was a really good conference with a lot of great talks from the people from Wasabi. Shout out to Wasabi for flying me out there. I'm not on their payroll or anything like that, but they did shout me for my flight and my hotel down to Mexico City. I'm a fan of the Wasabi project, and I will happily debate the unpleasant and politically unpopular decision they made to cooperate with a blacklist for their coin joins. I think on a pragmatic level, it doesn't make any difference to anything. And it mainly is a PR loss. I don't think it actually has a detrimental effect to Bitcoin's privacy. I'll happily debate that with anyone, and you can call me a shill or a spook, all you like. We also had Adam Gibson there, who created Join Market, and Join Market is awesome way to get paid to be a host for coin joins. And there's a new interface for that called Jam, which is done by Gigi and a couple other people who I forget. And that Jam is now on Embassy. So you can install Jam on Embassy, you can stick Bitcoins on there, and then you can get paid to coordinate coin joins. And we're in a really friendly user interface as well. So not difficult.
This GG? Oh, sorry, I'm not screen sharing. Hold on.
You know GG, psychedelic GG.
Not this one.
Yeah, no, this one. Yeah, this one.
Okay, yeah. Hey, so since he doesn't follow me, I can't reach out to him, but several people have really asked me to see if I can get him as a speaker for Unconfiscatable.
I've spoken to him a few times in DMs on Twitter. I can hit him up if you need.
Yeah, if you got a line to him, ask him to DM me, because I follow him, so he can DM me. He doesn't have to follow me. It's okay. Yeah, and then I can message him back, and I want to see if he can, if he's in America. I don't know if he is or not. But look, I actually considered moving Unconfiscatable down to Mexico. Unconfiscatable, it involves a poker game. So it needs to be in a poker-friendly jurisdiction. So Mexico is one of them, because they just don't care. Yeah. Or I can consider moving it to Macau, which is all the way in Asia, which I probably won't do. But it would have been great to do Unconfiscatable in Tijuana. It's not that far. I wish there were more direct flights to Tijuana. It's also right over the border, so people can drive from San Diego if they like. And Tijuana is great. There is actually a hotel there that would love to use for Unconfiscatable. I've checked it out.
I'm into
But,
it. I'm into Tijuana. Let's do it.
Yeah. So maybe we'll move it in the future. Well, I'll consider it. Depends which direction the United States goes. But we would have had to rebrand everything, right? Because like our logos have Las Vegas in them. And considering the bear market, I just did not have the financial means, nor I am so burned out from 2022 with all the conferences I tried to do last year and how difficult it was. The last thing I wanted to do was move countries and rebrand and like make new logos. So it's going to stay in Las Vegas, and maybe in the bull market, we'll move it over to Tijuana.
Yeah, fair enough. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky in America. We'll get rid of the vaccine requirement.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, they have a year, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see how crazy they get this winter, though. It's almost January now, and the restrictions didn't come back in Canada. I was very surprised about that. I can still go to the store without a mask. The only people there are nutcases, if someone's in a mask, right? Yeah, so all good, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, well,
all right, man. Hey, thanks for hanging out. There wasn't much talk about price, guys. My view hasn't changed. The charts still look fairly bearish, but we are nearing a low. Like I'm expecting a bull market next year. I just don't know if it's going to start January 1st or September 1st.
Man, it was beautiful in 2015. In January, we hit the low, and then we just went up forever after that.
No, not exactly. August 2015, we hit almost the same low, which really hurt some of us.
Yeah, but it was a higher low, right? And it established that previous low had been.
Yeah, but it wasn't a higher low by much. We still crashed from like 300 to 160. I remember that. It was rough.
I remember feeling good when that second low happened and thinking, this confirms everything for me. We are in a bull market. It felt good. I don't know, because I think it had a big shadow on the candle. It was a huge wick downwards. But anyway,
yeah, I had a physical business to support at that time. That one was also not good, just like this one. Man, like the bear market's really like I miss time all my businesses all the time with like Bitcoin. Everything was always completely mistimed. It's crazy, but
it's really hard to do any better than just stacking and trying to live as cheaply as possible for as long as
that's what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm going to be down in Latin America for the next 3 months. And I'm going to have a very small list of conferences that I'm going to travel to and speak. And outside of that very small list, I'm putting in like a $5,000 speaking fee. Otherwise, I'm not going.
Fair enough. Sounds good, mate.
All right, Mechanic, thanks so much for hanging out. And hopefully we'll do another one of these soon when the bull market's upon us.
Yeah, happier times await.
Sooner or later. All right, I'll see you soon, man.
See you, man.
I'll be in Mexico. Later.
Laters.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. It was fun. I opened up a pack. I was really hoping for another super rare card, but it's okay. I'll be opening a pack every now and then on the stream, though I won't be here as of like tomorrow. So maybe I'll be back at some point in New York. I'm very rarely here, almost never. So the cards will get to collect dust for a while and be even more rare, which would be awesome. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching, and see you all on the next one. Bye, guys. I think I'm still live.